Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got my wardrobe update video today, so this is a way for me to update you guys on any changes in my wardrobe, so any declutters, new things that I might have bought, and how my personal style is continuing to kind of shape up and evolve. I'm going to start off with the new items that I have purchased that I have brought into my wardrobe. I have bought 4 new things for this current autumn winter season. The first thing that I bought was a brown puffer jacket, I suppose. I don't think it's quite a coat, from M&S, and I have started to go out for a walk some mornings. I'd love to say most mornings, but some mornings before work, just so I can get some steps in, so I'm not getting out of bed and going straight to my desk. I can get a bit of movement in to start my day off. And about a month ago I was going out in like a thermal layer underneath my clothes and then a hoodie, maybe like a hat and some gloves on, and I was thinking to myself, it's currently quite cold. The weather, as we move more into autumn and into winter, is going to get a lot colder, and what I'm wearing isn't going to be enough, and I don't want to wear my nice wool coat on these types of walks because this is purely practical. I just want something to chuck on over the top to keep me really warm. I don't really care about how I look. So I thought, right, I think a puffer coat would be what I'm after for this purpose, and I didn't want to spend a load of money. I had a little look around and I decided to buy this one from M&S, and this one fits the bill perfectly. Yes, it's not the most stylish option. It's probably not the coat that's going to look the best on me, the most flattering on my figure, but I don't care. This is a coat purely for practical reasons. This is something that I'm going to wear, like I say, when I go out for my walk of a morning, so I don't really care how it looks. Now, I did get it in a chocolate brown, so it is a colour within my autumn colour palette, but it might just be that the style itself isn't the best for my body shape. Now, I don't think it looks horrible. It does look quite nice, I think, but obviously it doesn't look as nice as, say, my trench coat or my wool coat, but this does what I need it to do. It keeps me warm. Once the weather gets even colder, it's going to continue to keep me warm as well. It's got fluffy pockets as well, so although I'm going to be going out with gloves on, the pockets are nice and fluffy, so I get an extra little bit of warmth if I put my hands in my pockets. It's got a hood as well, which is really handy. I think the hood is retractable as well, so possibly when we get more into spring, or maybe just on days where there is no rain predicted, I can take the hood off, so it's nice that the hood isn't a permanent fixture on the coat. And this came in at £39.50, so not a bad price at all. I did size up in this. I did go for a size 12, so I can layer a lot underneath if I wanted to, and when we get more into the colder days in autumn and into winter, if I go for like thicker jumpers underneath, the coat can handle that as well. And this is the recycled thermo warmth hooded puffer jacket. It does come in some other colours as well. It's got black, midnight navy, a beige. I didn't really think the beige would be a practical colour though for this time of year, because also where I walk as well, there's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of people out walking their dogs, and when I see a dog I just want to stroke it, and if they jump up at me it doesn't really matter because, you know, it's a brown coat, it's going to be absolutely fine. In terms of length, I think it comes around to sort of like my hips and butt area, so it's not super long, but I didn't want anything super long. I wanted more of like a jacket length than a coat length, because it's my top half that is usually more cold than my bottom half. So if my bottom half gets that little bit colder, I can just layer up with, you know, thermal leggings underneath. So I would much rather the top half of my body be insulated that bit more than my legs. So that was my first clothing purchase. The next 2 purchases came from Uniqlo. Now, as part of my autumn capsule wardrobe, I have included a merino wool turtleneck long sleeved dark brown jumper. I love that. I wear that so much at this time of year. I'll also wear that a lot going into winter. And I was looking at the clothes that I've got for winter and trying to think ahead to my winter capsule wardrobe, and I don't really have thicker or more winter appropriate jumpers, and I was thinking of how much I wear that dark brown turtleneck jumper. I thought, why don't I just get a couple more colours of that, because I can layer over the top of that pretty nicely as well, and my outfit still looks fairly nice. So I decided to have a little look online, see what other colours that they've got, and I bought one in a red. Last year I did have a red crew neck jumper from Primark, I think I want to say, and then a red turtleneck thin jumper, very similar to the Uniqlo one in appearance, from M&S, but that one was mostly polyester, I think, so it didn't really do a good job of keeping me warm. I decluttered both of those red jumpers earlier this year, and when I did that I said to myself, I want to replace these though, but I want to replace them with better quality materials. So when I saw that the Uniqlo merino wool turtleneck comes in a red, I thought, yes, brilliant, that's my option. I will definitely buy that one. Red knitwear is also quite in at the moment as well, so it's a little bit trendy. But also I love wearing red knitwear in winter, in December, for Christmas. So this is something that I am going to get a lot of wear out of. And then I also bought it in this kind of khaki olive colour as well. This is really lovely. This is like a warm green with a bit of a gold undertone to it. I'm not really sure how well this is going to come across on camera, but it is a lovely colour. If you're an autumn like myself, I would highly recommend this colour. Beautiful, really do love this colour, and I think this one is going to be quite versatile with my dark green trousers that I'm probably going to include in my winter capsule wardrobe, but also my brown Abercrombie Sloane trousers that are in my autumn capsule wardrobe. So this is going to be a really versatile bit of knitwear. Both are actually, and I quite like getting a couple of different colour options of a piece of clothing that I know that I get a lot of use out of. And like I say, I love these turtleneck jumpers. That and wide leg trousers are, I suppose, like a go-to outfit formula for me. And then the last bit of clothing I bought was a mid-axi, I suppose, dark brown 100% wool skirt from Glamorous. And a month or two ago I bought a 100% wool skirt from Glamorous in a very orangey warm camel colour, and I've been wearing that a lot as part of my autumn capsule wardrobe, and I love it. It's a very nice feminine bit of clothing in my wardrobe, and although I'm a trouser person, I really love wearing this skirt and I've gotten lots of use out of it so far. And I was thinking to myself, I could do with this skirt in a much darker colour, a much darker neutral, because I feel like I could get a lot of use out of that one as well, and possibly a bit more use out of that one in comparison to the camel colour one that I owned. So I went back on Glamorous's website, and yeah, they've got a dark brown colour of that skirt. It's not an exact replica, it's a slightly different model because the waistband is thicker. On the camel skirt the waistband is a lot thinner, but it's a lot wider on the brown one. I would have preferred it if it was exactly the same as the camel one, obviously in the dark brown, but it's still really, really comfortable, and I think this is also something I'm going to get a lot of use out of this time of year, because a dark brown is such a great neutral for me. It's my version of black, and this will mix and match with so many other bits of clothing in my autumn capsule wardrobe, but also with my winter one that will be coming up next month. Actually, we are halfway through November already, oh my god. So that's it in terms of clothing that I've brought into my wardrobe, but I have also brought in an accessory, and a couple of my previous videos have been about what I think is my Kibbe body type, which I am pretty sure is a soft dramatic. And with soft dramatics they can handle a lot of bling, a lot of glitz. We need accessories, jewellery, and no jewellery look is just not for us, so definitely the bigger the better with regards to jewellery. And I thought that this would be quite an easy starting point to add in some soft dramatic elements. And I wear earrings pretty much every single day, and I thought this would be a great starting point. Let's add in a slightly bigger, bolder, more dramatic earring. And I bought these hoops from Swarovski. These are rose gold tone plated, and they have these clear crystal pavés on them. What I like about this is that they've got them on the outside here, but then on the inside of the back of the hoop, so you can see these crystals along the what seems to be the entirety of the hoop itself. So I really like that, rather than the inside just being, you know, that gold plating. And they're just nice to add a bit of kind of glitz, a little bit more sparkle into my outfits. I can also dress these up as well, but I can also make these a little bit more kind of work appropriate by just toning down the rest of my appearance ever so slightly. Now, I do think I can go much bolder than these, but I am kind of like dipping my toe in and trying to figure out what kind of works for me. So yeah, I think I can go for even bigger hoops. What I am interested in adding in, and I will kind of speak about this a bit more later on in the video, is even more statement earrings and other accessories. But yeah, this is the other purchase that I have made this month, and I've been trying to wear these most days, and I do really quite like them. They add a bit of glam, a bit more femininity into my outfits. So that's it in terms of new purchases. I haven't decluttered anything either. So there are a few other things that I want to kind of go through in today's video. So one of my previous videos that I put up on my channel was about trying to figure out what my style routes are and how that kind of relates to my house of colour, clothing personality, and also my soft dramatic Kibbe body type. But I've been thinking about that video since I filmed it, and I think I want to change one of my answers to the quiz to determine what your kind of keywords are and how this relates to what your style routes potentially are. So as part of the quiz, as part of Ellie Jean Moyden's quiz, and I will link it down below, and also my style routes video if you want to see what my answers were. But one of the questions was, would you rather appear more dark or more light in comparison to other people in any situation? And I said light, but thinking about it, if we're thinking about dark or light in terms of the colours that I wear, I tend to gravitate more towards darker colours. In terms of contrast in my appearance, I am medium contrast. I'm actually slightly past medium towards the darker end, and I like that to be reflected in my clothes. So I like medium contrast in my clothes because I feel like that's most flattering on me. I don't like to go too light with my clothes, especially with my tops. I don't like to have a lot of beige, a lot of oyster white, a lot of really light colours on my top half, because I feel like I then can't get that right level of contrast that's most flattering on me. I would rather go for darker colours, so for example like this dark olive, and that's across all seasons, to be honest. I mean, I know I'm wearing a lot of darker colours at the moment because it's autumn, but even in the spring I think I would like to, again, not go for really light colours. So I think I would change my answer for that question. I did say I would prefer to be light than dark, but I think actually upon reflection I would rather appear more dark. Now, in terms of what that means with regards to my results, it doesn't actually change anything, because out of your 5 answers you have to choose 3 that are most applicable to you, and I wouldn't choose light or dark as being one of the top 3. My top 3 are still timeless, on top of things, and modest, so it doesn't actually change anything in terms of results, but I wanted to kind of give that little update anyway. So I do still think that my style routes are mushroom, mountain, and then either flower or fire, but I think I am gravitating more towards fire, especially as I'm continuing to, you know, delve more into the world of soft dramatics. I think fire is definitely a lot more applicable than flower. Speaking of soft dramatics, I have been trying to add in some element of soft dramatic lines within my outfits. Now, I also did put up a video about this as well, and I haven't, apart from, you know, the earrings, I haven't really bought anything soft dramatic friendly into my wardrobe, so I am still working with what I've got, and I think that is really important at the moment. I think it's very easy when you're trying to kind of determine what your personal style is to just go and buy new things, but that can be wasteful. Obviously it costs a lot of money, but I think it's really important to just slow down and take your time and work with what you have. Try lots of different outfit formulas and see what works for you. So that is what I'm doing at the moment. There are some days where it's more of a hit than others. Other days I'm like, wow, that is definitely not soft dramatic friendly at all, and that doesn't quite work. but I am trying to add in little elements. So like I say, like my earrings, a bit more dramatic makeup. I've gone for a bit more of a defined eye today, a red lip. I did also put some rollers in my hair before I filmed, but I'm not very good at doing my hair, and that is something that I definitely want to work on moving forwards. Get a couple of like soft dramatic friendly hair styles under my belt, like a soft sleek bun with a bit of volume. I've tried a French twist a couple of times. That is really easy to do, and I need easy hairstyles because I'm so crap when it comes to doing my hair. I've also kind of looked at sort of accessories as well, so maybe like a hairband that's got a nice big flower on it, a headband that's got a bit of like so like fake diamonds on it, a little bit of like sparkle, things like that. But that is what is next on my list, I think, to get those soft dramatic hair styles in my bag. But I have been really enjoying trying out the soft dramatic elements. I'm enjoying it so much more in comparison to when I was trying out the flamboyant natural lines a year or two ago when I first discovered Kibbe. So I definitely feel more comfortable being a soft dramatic than potentially being a flamboyant natural in the past. So yeah, and I'm seeing it in myself more as well. I'm taking photos of my outfits most days, and I can really sort of start to see these soft dramatic lines within my body. So it has been really interesting, really eye-opening. However, I did have a few comments on my soft dramatic YouTube video saying, yes, I think you are a soft dramatic, but you have a natural essence or you've got a classic essence. So it's trying to kind of stay true to that, but balancing being a soft dramatic, and that is something that I definitely still need to work on, still need to get that right balance of wearing soft dramatic friendly lines and silhouettes, but staying true to my house of colour, natural classic clothing personality. Because although I think I'm a soft dramatic, that doesn't now mean that I'm going to be wearing really romantic, quite sultry, sexy dresses on a day-to-day basis, because that isn't me. But something like this, something like a boat neck is very soft dramatic friendly, and I feel very comfortable in that because I can still be quite modest, but it shows, you know, a little bit of skin, it's a little bit romantic, paired with some hoops like this. So I'm just trying these things out and seeing what kind of works for me. And then just kind of building on that, for the last thing that I wanted to say today, there are a few things that I want to add in to my wardrobe. So I want to add in a pair of ankle boots and also knee-high boots in a brown colour, because I have both ankle and knee-high boots in a black, and brown is a much better colour for me, what with me being a house of colour autumn, and the brown would now go a lot better with all the clothes in my wardrobe as well. I know people say black goes with everything, but I put on my black boots with my dark brown trousers the other day, and it didn't look right. A dark brown, or maybe even like a camel or a tan or a chestnut, would have looked so much better than the black boots. And this is something that I've been wanting for probably for about a year, since me figuring out that I am an autumn. I want to get a lot of my staples within my wardrobe in my colour, and I have done that, but it is the boots that I haven't been able to do that yet. So I'm still on the lookout. I don't mind spending a decent amount of money on this though, because my feet, I have to be very careful with the shoes that I wear, because I do have kind of problem feet. So I would rather spend a bit more money to make sure that I have got really good quality boots, and it's something that I want to have in my wardrobe for years to come as well. And then I alluded to it earlier, I also want to get in a bit more soft dramatic friendly accessories as well. So I've got my hoops, but I would want to get as well some more bold statement stud earrings, I suppose, that have a bit of a drop earrings as well. Maybe a more statement necklace as well, because a lot of my jewellery is kind of quite delicate, it's quite classic, it's fairly small. I've started wearing my thicker rings, so I've got a big chunky ring on here, a chunky ring there, my chunky thumb ring. This definitely isn't soft dramatic, but I didn't want to kind of compete a lot with the earrings. And then I've got a chunky bead necklace on, so I want to kind of look at more statement bits of jewellery that I can still wear on a day-to-day basis. And then something else that I would like to add into my collection is another pair of jeans. I'm currently wearing my only pair of jeans. These are straight leg jeans from M&S. Super comfy, so affordable, but they're not the right fit on me, they're not flattering. If we're going by what Curate Your Style said, these are actually the type of jeans that I should be avoiding. And I've always loved, despite whether people think they're trendy or not, I have always loved boot cut and flare jeans. I just think they are so flattering, and now I know why, because they are soft dramatic friendly, and also because they're a really great shape on me and my body. So I am after a pair of either boot cut or flare, not really too sure, pair of jeans, but I'm gonna hold out until Black Friday, which isn't too long to go, and I really like Levi's, so we'll probably try Levi. I have tried M&S for flare and boot cut jeans, but they just didn't work at all. Really quite disappointing, because these ones have been such a hit despite them being not the right style on me. So I will be looking out for a pair of flare or boot cut jeans in the Black Friday sales. And that is my update for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you have any recommendations for the jeans, please do let me know as well, or recommendations for anything that I have kind of mentioned in today's video. But hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon for my next one. Bye.